Hey, I'm Linden from the Gardens Trust. I'm training for the 2025 London Marathon in some of our most beautiful parks. Along the way, I'll be talking to the people who look after them. Today I'm at Kenwood in London to meet head gardener Crissy Mulrain. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you've come to work at Kenwood?
I studied forestry in Canada and then came on to the UK to study horticulture. I worked at Kew for about 11 years and then came on to work for English Heritage. I thought it was a really nice next step going on into another public space, which I enjoy working in a great historic garden landscape, which is Kenwood.
What's it like working in such a public space?
I find it quite rewarding because there are so many people who come and compliment us and tell us stories of how they grew up here, how they came here with their grandparents, and they have so many family memories that were shared in this space. The public in the area that use the space a lot, they really feel like it's their space. There's just so many dog walkers that come through and a lot of runners. It's always a challenge because people are like running on our edges, and so we're constantly like having to redo them. Dogs digging in the West Meadow. We have a really sandy meadow, and dogs are always digging potholes, so that's a real challenge as well, because I don't think people necessarily know it's a historic landscape and the amount of effort that we put into maintaining it.
So, Crissy, what's your favourite thing about working at Kenwood?
We have ancient woodland, so we have down in the south is Kenwood. That's part of what was a much larger ancient woodland. So we have amazing trees in there. There's some great veteran oak trees. There's a lot of standing deadwood, and the area has been given a designation by Natural England of Site of Special Scientific Interest. We also have a landscape which was designed by Humphrey Repton. And obviously the space is being used in a much different way today than it would have been when it was just owned by a family. I think it's really nice being able to go back through the historical documents to find out how the spaces were used. This area that we're standing in here used to be a kitchen garden, and so just being in the space and kind of imagining that, 200 years ago there was a huge kitchen garden that would have run all the way down the road, and what that would have looked like, and the people working there and the stories that they have. And so it's not just about like what we see now. There's all these layers of like memories and stories that you kind of, as you're moving through the space, you're thinking of. So it makes it a more interesting place to work than, say, a brand new garden would be.
I just loved Kenwood, and I hope you did too. Do follow us for more updates on my London Marathon training.